Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this project, we will apply a program in Python with the name of Automatic Teller Machine. Before discuss the program, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Abdul Latif Afifuddin Daulay.
Hello, my name is Yusuf Amin Abdullah.
Hello, my name is Rait Abdurrahman Ikram.
We are from Group 7 to ISA 2. In this presentation, we will discuss our related program by describing the flowchart, program, and then the output. Let me explain briefly about our automatic teller machine. In this program, we can use several features, including balance info to display information about the nominal balance left by the customer, transfer, user to transfer balance to order, deposit to save the money, withdraw to take money, payment for customers to make payment, virtual account to make payment via virtual account, and the last is exit to exit the program and record the transaction result.
Automatic teller machine, flowchart, program code, and output. Next, in this menu flowchart, starting from beginning, and then displaying a selection menu, then the user input numbers 1 to 7. Then after that, it is identified whether the user inputs the number 1. If yes, it will continue to the provided feature, but if not, means it will identify in the number next to it until it reach number 7. It will close the program. Okay. Next, in this balance info flowchart, it's only to display the balance held by the customer. Okay, next, in this withdraw flowchart, first display to us to enter nominal, then enter input function, then display approval whether yes or no, then input function, then comparison. If yes, it will say it it will display the current balance. Otherwise, it will lead directly to the menu. This also applies to flowchart deposits, transfer, payment, and virtual account. Okay, this is deposit flowchart. It seems like withdraw flowchart. It's a transfer flowchart, and it's a payment flowchart, and last is virtual account flowchart. Okay, next.
Okay, the next part is the program from this ATM. Here I used to file it as customer and main ATM. So in this customer, there is a customer class that contains the PIN number and the customer's default balance. Okay, next in the main ATM contains the main command to run the ATM. Okay, now we get into the program. We start from the main ATM. In this slide, there are imports and variable declaration. In the first line is the order to get program from the customer class. Then the second and third line is the order to take the built-in module. Okay, next there is a variable declaration. Here we will declare ATM as a customer class that brings ID parameters. Next, for X and B as variables for built-in module. Alright, next is the menu function. On the second line, that program will open and read file that contains the cover for the menu page. The file was used to add a design as a title in the menu display. Next, we enter into a condition option. So the program here will run immediately if the conditions are true, which will immediately display the initial display menu that contains 7 options, which user will choose one of these 7 options, and the user option will be entered into select menu variable. Okay, next we go to option 1 for checking the balance. Here contains the order to collect data amount of customer money from customer class. After the data collected, then will be displayed, and then the program will call the new transaction function. Okay, next is option 2 for the transfer option. Here is the payment code variable to input the transfer destination number. Further, there are nominal variable for inputting the nominal that will be used to make transfer transaction. The user will input again to confirm the payment. If it is yes, the program will call the input pin and verify balance function that bring nominal parameters. And if it no, the program will call the new transaction function. Here I also use try and except to create a message that show must be a number when value error occur. Okay, next in option 3. This is a program for adding balance to customer account. Here are two variables, nominal, which will take the input of how much fund customer will enter into the ATM, and verify deposit to confirm whether the customer will confirm this transaction or not. If yes, the program will call the deposit function from the customer class and will bring the value from the nominal. Next, nominal will be added into the customer account. Then the program will call the new transaction function. Okay, next in option 4, which is an option for withdraw. So the logic of this option is actually the same logic of option number 2. The difference is in this option the user is only request to enter the nominal only. Here I also use try and except in both options to create a message that show must be a number when value error occur. Okay, next is option 5, which is option for payment. It is actually the same code as transfer option, but in here there's the payment code variable to input the payment destination number. Further, there are nominal variable for inputting the nominal that will be used to make payments, and then the user will input again to confirm the payment. If it yes, the program will call the input pin and verify balance function that bring nominal parameters. If it no, the program will call the new transaction function. Okay, next is option 6, which contains the option to make payments via virtual account. In this option, still using the same logic with option 2, 4, and 5, but here is the difference. User will be asked to enter the virtual account code. Next, user will verify nominal, which will be used to pay, and if it yes, the program will call the input pin and verify balance function that bring nominal parameters, and if it no, the program will call the new transaction function. In here, I also use try and except in both options to create a message that show must be a number when value error occur. Okay, next option 7 is the option to exit the program. If the user select this option, the program will call the print transaction function and the program will end. Further, if the user in the option menu doesn't enter a number between 1 to 7, the program will show a error, wrong input number. Okay, next I will explain the function. First is the print transaction function. In this function contains a program that will create a transaction.txt file where the file will contain a record number using variable b that was described before. So the variable b here will call a random number between 100,000 to 1 million to display record number. Next, for the date, here I will using the variable x, which will call the current date and time. Then further, there is a balance where contains the customer final balance. Then the program will close the file and the file will be called to read and display again in the terminal. Alright, next is the input pin function. Here, user will be asked to input pin which will be stored in variable ID. If the ID variable is the same as the check pin variable in the customer class, the program will return to where it's called. If not, the user will be asked to re-enter the pin 3 times, and if more than 3 times, the program will show the message you have already entered the pin 3 times and wrong. Take your card and try again next time, and the program will end. And here I also use try and except in this function to create a message that show please use number to enter your pin when user accidentally enter letters into it. Okay, next is the verify balance function. So in this function contains the order to verify whether the balance has been enough or not to make a transaction. So in this function, if the nominal variable which was in the user's input in the option menu is less than or the same as the check balance variable in customer class, the program will be successful and automatically show balance after the transaction. Then next program will call the new transaction function. But if the nominal variable that was in the user input in the option menu is more than the check balance variable in customer class, the program will show a message, sorry, your balance is not enough. Now change the nominal or exit. Then the program will call the new transaction function. And this is the last function. It's the new transaction function. In this function contains option whether the user want to do the transaction again or not. In this function, the input will be given to the variable ulang. So if the user input y, then the program will run cls and will clean back the terminal. Then the program will call the menu function, and if not, the program will call the print transaction function. And this is the last of the program, there is a menu that will run the entire program. Okay, that's it. Okay, next I will explain customer class. In this class contain the init function that can accept arguments in the form of ID, name, where the default is user, customer pin, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and customer balance of 10,000. Yes, the names of the parameter are ID, cash name, cash pin, and cash balance. Then here is a method that returns value from ID, cash pin, and cash balance. Further, here also there's a withdrawal method to reduce the amount of balance and deposit to increase the amount of balance. Both of these methods have parameter in the form of nominal, which the argument will be determined when the program is running.
As we see in the first picture, is the menu display which display the title, option, and asks for input to enter into selection. And second, there is balance info which display balance information. Then withdraw to withdraw a certain amount of money and enter a PIN to take it, and notification will appear if success. Then transfer to send by entering account, nominal, and confirm with PIN, and notification will appear if success. Is the same as before. Deposit to add savings by inputting the value of money and confirm. The payment process is also the same as the transfer. And also virtual account to pay like in the picture, send by entering account, nominal, and confirm with PIN, and notification will appear if successful. And for the last is exit program to exit and provide transaction history, which then all the data has been done will also be stored in TXT as proof of the transaction.
Okay, that is a presentation from our group about automated teller machine. Sorry if there are mistake from us. So, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.